Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and today I'm foraging my way back from the Croca range, from the Tenom Gorge to Kota Kinabalu. Since I was so clever to delete my introduction, I'm doing another one here in the little town of Tenom, where I have to wait for a couple hours. No rain during the night. Also not much dew. All night we had this dry wind blowing, drying out the jungle. Not good for the vegetation, but okay. To that extreme, it happens only every 8 to 9 years. Also, the only visitors for the night are the mosquitoes and ants. It's morning in the tiny railroad village of Pangi. Are my breakfast eggs ready? Are they ready? I never learned how to forage under a chicken. Next bad news, no rafting today. There is a significant lack of white tourists. Also, this nice man tells me that the price of the motor trolley to Tenom is 50 ringgit, but he also told me that the size of the crocodiles here is 20 meters. Yeah? Why di sini 20 meter?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess maybe his math is a bit different from mine. Next piece of bad news. Landslide on the railroad to Beaufort. Well, why didn't they repair it? I mean, it's been 4 weeks without rain already. And my flight is tomorrow. It seems like I'm not gonna be able to forage too much today. I have to rush back to Tenom and get a bus. Well, at least the homemade rice wine is plentiful. Well, at least the foraging under the chicken was successful. Guess also from the supermarket. Everything that grows under the chicken, I think, is raised as little chicks and eaten later. Too valuable just for some sunny side up. Yeah, it's so much fun over the bouncy bridge. Well, that's a short one, about 20 meters. Today I'm not gonna be using the 150-meter one over there. This fruit foraging channel, show the people something for their money. Here somebody has planted young coconuts. I wonder if the sprouted coconut is still edible at that stage. Probably yes. Also here, rubber tapping. The state of Sabah is much poorer than the state of Sarawak. So unlike in Sarawak, rubber tapping is still active here. Also, 1/3 of the population of Sabah are illegal Filipino immigrants. And of course, whenever you can exploit an illegal immigrants force, labor is cheap. Also, what else have we got here? Couple oil palms. I suspect that those were not even planted, but are from fruits which were flushed down by the river. They are being maintained because this place is being maintained as a sort of park-like environment for the rafting. Yeah, but not today. Pity that there is no rafting today. But those people had 2 rubber rafts in their house, so I trust that they are informed whenever those are gonna be used. You can see that rafting is the main business of this village. Piles of life vests. Well, they also have nets, so there is also some fishing. And from time to time, they might be able to catch a crocodile or two. Also, they don't need so many weed whackers, since they have the water buffalo. By the way, where is my water buffalo friend? He was right here last time. Hey buddy, where are you? I need to start for the video. The cassia, or golden shower, has forageable fruits. Here is one, but it's not well developed. Also, yeah, there was a lot of wind tonight. The star fruit has fallen on the ground, but this is supposed to be bad for your kidneys, so I stay away from it. Oh, there you are. Say hello to Daddy. It's the same male water buffalo. Is he taking care of all the grass cutting in the village? Also, I wonder how they brought it here. With the old trains, there was a baggage compartment, but with the new ones, how do they transport something of this size? Also, is it possible that there are several rafting companies? Nobody around here has a car. Well, there are no roads around. That's what you use instead. Here is the old system, just a platform with tiny wheels. You used it with a stick. First time I was here, they still used only this system. Basically, you did some rafting. Yeah, you were standing on a raft and pushing yourself off the ground with a stick. Yeah, nowadays they have added this contraption to it, and you can attach a motorbike on top of the platform and move much faster. Probably it's already illegal to use the stick, because it's too slow for the modern railroad traffic. Also, I don't know what exactly the suicide apple is bad for, but it works. Oh wait, that's a plumeria. There was a a plumeria also works. It's a relative. Don't worry, plumeria or suicide apple, doesn't matter. Yeah. But plumeria is a bit more beautiful. But suicide apple produces nice, huge fruits. Ah? Tidur di pantai. Di pulau. Ada rafting hari ini?
Belum tahu tengok kalau ada orang.
Tiada orang.
Dia mau tunggu itu tren.
Jam berapa ada orang? Oke. Ada orang di tren ini. Oke, terima kasih. So they say people are coming with a train. Well, okay. I'll buy a ticket just in case. The ticket is 65 cents, 65 Malaysian cents, which is like 12 euro cents. And if there is a group of rafters, I might try and join them. Don't think I'll be able to film during rafting. Here, by the way, behind this house, quite impressive. The size difference of the leaves of a Mangifera indica. The pale green and the pale green are young Mangifera indica leaves. The stuff with the pink flowers are older Mangifera indica leaves. And to the left, there is some local jungle mango. Could be bambagan. The leaves are a bit on the smallest side for bambagan, but too big for any other native mango species. At the ticket counter, there is just D. Larang, forbidden. We don't know what is forbidden. Probably everything. The local Murut people are watching me with curiosity. They are used to white people, totally. Rafting is done mostly by white people. Asians don't do such wild things as a rule. However, they're only used to white people in big flocks and under the supervision of one or two locals. Probably they didn't even know that white people can move independently. So even in such areas where they're used to tourists, I'm kind of a little attraction. Well, I already showed all this here in the last video. Didn't expect to end up here so soon again. Those bananas, the huge pseudostems and the dark green leaves, and especially the angular fruit, that's pisang kapok, the favorite frying banana. And it seems the favorite food crop around here. They must be eating more frying bananas than rice. I didn't see a single rice paddy, neither hill rice nor wet rice, but pisang kapok are everywhere. Also mango trees, durian trees here. The big leaves belong to a tarap tree. There is another tarap tree over the railroad. It's gonna be messy. Not even sure what the thing between the tarap tree and the coconut is. Giant taro. Because of the drought, they are not so giant. The leaves can be the size of small cars. Right now, they are not even the size of car doors. The leaves are edible. The leaf stalks are edible. The rhizome is edible. Also, the sugar palm here is edible. You can get sugar out of it and then make alcoholic drinks. Well, you can get sugar syrup out of it and then make alcoholic drinks, or heart rate sugar out of it. You can eat the fruits, but they are very itchy and need a lot of preparation. You can basically extract starch from the stem. The only way I personally use the sugar palm is to eat the tasty palm cabbage. If you are too lazy to chop away a whole palm, you can go around the giant bamboo and find some tasty bamboo sprouts. And usually they would use the giant taro rather to feed the pigs, but even for a pig you have to cook it before. There is one of those platforms with a motorbike on top. Yesterday there were a lot of them here. I guess there is still a lot of time until the train arrives. I almost think this big tree could be some type of jungle mango I'm not familiar with. Some of them have quite crazy looking leaves. And this here is a rambutan, not in season unfortunately. Yesterday I made quite a long video, including the train ride with the river, the gorge, the rapids. Not gonna repeat all that today. It was my longest video ever, almost 2 hours. I hope I'll be able to upload it on YouTube. Yeah, beautiful river, most famous place for rafting in all of Borneo, blah blah blah. Come here if you can, but don't come unprepared like me, because you might end up on a day where there is no rafting. Also, I'm sure that this is highly illegal, but who's gonna stop me? Also, there seems to be a surprising amount of good quality jungle on the upper slopes, which I did not access because I foraged yesterday in the valley of a little side river. But yeah, just from the optics, everything does look very dry, but it also looks quite biodiverse. Dragon fruit, papayas, feral tropical cherries. Fortunately, I missed the little coffee plantation. Tenom is the only place in Borneo with a commercial coffee production, but it usually happens in the hills around here and not in the valley. Since I'm again in Tenom, let's visit the market. Quite a big market for such a small town, but don't forget that Tenom is the center of fruit production for the state of Sabah. However, as usual, you will hardly find fruits inside the market. Fruits are being traded outside, like this good-sized jackfruit, for example. Inside the market, there are a couple imported fruits and also a couple local ones, but mostly veggies, fish and dry goods. That's kind of a rule in markets in Southeast Asia. But usually the fruits are not really being traded inside. And bananas and papayas, I know they are biological fruits, but for those people, they are more of a veggie than a fruit. Oh, some interesting lemons. Are they interesting or are they just old? I'd say they're just old. We have a couple of fruit stalls outside the market. In the fruit season, there are a lot more. Sometimes even selling fruits by the truckload around here. And then those are going to the big cities. But we are not in the fruit season. And the only truckload of fruits that's arriving are the pisang kapok, the frying banana. And bananas are not seasonal, so that's basically what they are harvesting around now. The use of cassia fruits as a snack and the medicine is not unheard of around here, but it's not very common. Otherwise, those beauties would be stripped of their loads faster than you can look. A couple people know that those are edible, but most don't care. The Tamur weekend market. But since Tenom is all about fruits, and fruits don't wait, this market happens twice a week, on Sunday and on Wednesday. It's the only place where I've seen this very useful arrangement. Dragon fruit is not really my favorite, but better than nothing. Crossing the Crocker Mountains by bus. Not sure how high exactly the road will go. I guess about 1,000 kilometers. Up there it's usually quite cold and rainy. Let's see how the higher mountain areas react to the drought. Here again, the good old monkey fingers bananas. Usa cuminata, I think Vermicrodactylis. Also a couple quite mature. Are those sugar pulps? No, fishtail pulps, I think. Those here are the edible sugar pulps. Well, you can't have fishtail pulps for their sap, while the fruits of sugar pulps are also very itchy, just like fishtail pulp fruits. So maybe the fishtail pulp heart is also edible. Here again, lots of monkey fingers bananas. The Crocker Range is a national park, and up here in the distance I see something which could be quite good quality jungle. Around the road, of course, everything has been locked. A lot of those locked areas have been conquered by different tall grasses. You wouldn't know, it's even foggy up here. Giant ferns, a couple plants I'm not familiar with. Well, I cannot identify most of the plants around here, but I kind of remember when I see something all the time. However, even up here, almost no fruits except for some small berries on some trees which I don't recognize. There are quite a lot of settlements in high mountains in Sabah. The most important reason is that they have a lot of vegetables, mostly which don't grow well in tropical lowland climate. Also here, cold is often considered as something fancy, so living up here can actually be considered nice. And the area is not covered with veggie gardens like the Kundasang area near Mount Kinabalu, but look at this beautiful jungle so close to the road. Also I like those tree ferns. But yeah, no fruits, and also I don't see any little fruit stalls along the road. This pop up everywhere in the fruit season. Also I'm waiting for some debrigasia or some mountain raspberry or something. I think I saw debrigasia some time ago. That's a relative of the stinging nettle, but it's not stinging, it's fruiting instead. But no, I don't see anything fruiting right now. Even in those cold mountain jungles there are monkeys, but of course they're already gone by the time I take out the phone. And even up here they are trying to grow oil palms, amazing. And apparently dinosaurs live here. And of course stunning mountain views. Can already see the coastal plains, not sure if I can see the sea. And no, nothing fruiting around here. It's a bit less dry than on the lower slopes, but still cannot. This could have been a debrigasia, but I'm not sure. Here a bigger one, yeah, probably those are some, but no fruits at all on them. What a pity. Those are quite tasty stinging nettle relatives. Great jungles down there. The other side of the mountains, the vegetation looks a little bit less scorched. There is a grapevine growing over there. It's a temperate plant that was adapted to tropical conditions. Also, no, it's not a dragon fruit, it's some other cactus, probably with edible fruits. Yeah, something Christmas cactus-like. Also, there are some fruits here, and corn seems to be the most famous product of the area. Hardly ever seen any grapes fruiting here, and this time is no exception. It's the same type of fox grapes which allowed us to extend the cultivation of grapes in Europe far to the north and to the east, and into mountains and into rainy and shady areas. And the same thing allows us to extend the cultivation of grapes to equatorial lowland rainforest climates. It's an amazing plant. Arrived in Kota Kinabalu, the capital of the state of Sabah. It's just as hot and sunny, no surprise here. Next I want to check out the markets. My hotel is in the market district, and guess next to which market? The fish one. Well, I want to check all the markets where there is a good chance of fruits. Since KK is the capital, a lot of the fruits are ending up here. No need even to really check out the fruit season, because tomorrow I'm leaving. I'm not going anywhere else on this island. My next stop is Java, too far away to assess too much. But I would like some fruits, and I also want to see what I'm missing. The funny thing is that here in Sabah, actually the fanciest fruits, they don't end up in the capital. They end up in the tiny mountain town of Kundasang, where there is a giant veggie market, because of all the temperate and subtropical veggies which are grown there at over 1,000 meters elevation. And so, yeah, a lot of the fanciest fruits end up there, but a good portion also end up in the capital. This is the so-called Filipino market. Be careful when you're around here. I am a 2-meter scary dude, and even I'm careful. No offense intended. After I check out the markets, maybe in the evening I can go a little bit up the little hills near the city center. I told you basically every Malaysian city has some little hill right behind it. But for now it's too hot, so let's see. Everything is in preparation for the people who come at night. Right now it's still too hot to eat all this grilled meat and stuff. But this is also the place where the fancy fruits show up in the evening. One of the places where the fancy fruits show up in the evening. Right now it's still functioning as a market for fish, veggies and other stuff. Here you can see different types of edible algae. The Asians are centuries ahead of us Westerners when it comes to eating algae and other seafood. Look at that. What's this? This is limau kasturi. Hey boss, limau apa? Limau kapas. Limau nipis. Limau nipis. Terima kasih. So this is supposed to be the normal. This is supposed to be the normal lime, which in the West is called Tahiti or Persian lime. But I'm not completely buying it. The shape is a little bit different. I want those. And for good measure, I'll also take a couple kasturi limes. Boleh? -2 plus 5. Okay. Again, let's recite our gourds. Bottle gourd, rich gourd, two different bitter gourds, chayote gourd. Maybe I'll find a couple more around here. Yeah, unfortunately on the Filipino market, child labor is common. This is a thing which you will hardly ever see in any other state in Malaysia, but here the Filipinos, yeah, there are no children here, just smaller and more defenseless humans which are more easily being exploited. I don't like the city of KK and basically trying to avoid the whole state of Sabah, mostly because of all this child labor and child exploitation, because every time I want to cry when I see those little children. They are not playing, they are working. Here a bunch of durian kawin or grafted durian. Even the price is more or less acceptable, but it's too hot right now. I want to return here later. Also, here is the fruity part. Quite a diversity for being outside of the fruit season. Most of the stuff is supposed to come from Tenom, but I didn't see a trace of it in Tenom. Well, I saw a couple water apples and a couple dragon fruits and of course the non-seasonal papayas. But I didn't see avocados or mangosteen or such stuff. Yeah, papayas are not seasonal. Pineapples seem to be only slightly seasonal. I still don't know if soursop is seasonal here. Banana! Banana apa? Pisang hotel?
Ya, sama sate.
Berapa harga terap?
RM10 yang kecil.
10, kecil. Saya bukan orang kecil. Berapa harga besar? Hah?
Ini besar masak?
Ini masak?
Masak.
20. Okay, terima kasih. Bit too expensive for a tarap. I mean, outside of the fruit season, they will probably find somebody to pay that price. It's not that the price is like crazily exaggerated. Well, it's quite high, but not surprisingly high. But I don't wanna pay it right now. Fruit section of the market is kind of small, but there is a lot of stuff I can grab later. Mangoes, mangosteen and other stuff. Let's ask here. Hi boss, berapa harga terap? RM10 1 kilo. Terima kasih. How am I supposed to read this? Oh well, Let's ask them. King apple mango, 25. Golden mango, 18. Hello, honey mango. Hello, friend. Ini berapa?
Wow!
Wow!
Oh, good, very good. 25.
25. Oh, terima kasih. Too good. Yellow mango. Aren't they all yellow? Basically, yellow is the only mango color I can see around here. A lot of mangoes, but the prices are quite high, higher even than the mangosteen. Hello, oops. Hello, lady. Berapa harga mango ini? Huh? How much? 20. Makasih. The prices for the tarap and for the durian were kind of acceptable, but not the mango prices. They basically take advantage of the fact that foreigners like mangoes so much, and even the normal ones. Again, mangosteen, durian. Berapa harga durian? 41 kilo. Tidak 14. 15. Sekeji, sebiji. Sebiji 15. 1 kilo 15. Ini 40 sebiji. 1 kilo. Ini durian apa? Kampung? Kawin. Everything here is grafted durian. Durian kawan, huh? Well, kawan means friend, kawin means married. But when it comes to fruit trees, it's used for grafted, a little bit confusing. Okay, let me see. Those with the curved spines can usually be quite nice, but this one has a big problem here. About this little one here, or there won't be much inside it. Also, let me check if I can find something exceptional here. Not that I'm a durian expert, but sometimes I manage to sniff out something more exciting. Ini berapa? Set 15. Ini bagus? Bagus. Okay, buka. Makan sini. Well, the good thing is, if the durian turns out to be complete crap, they can replace it. If you take it home, it's already too late. Are you sure this table's gonna carry my weight? Orang putih, orang besar. Ini putus. Okay. Let's try it. Very carefully. Sini. Okay. Let's see if the durian table is gonna survive the evening. And now let's try it. This one already rotten, Ibu. Asam. Yeah. Ini durian tempoyak. Okay, next one. Slightly smaller one, but with thicker flesh. If the taste is okay, I'm happy. Ini okay lah. Yep. Ini okay. Not a lot of taste. Also fallen or ripped off prematurely, but tastes almost like a durian is supposed to. Yeah, every time I sit down, those people are afraid for their expensive furniture.
Durian.
Durian.
Ano kau YouTube ka? YouTube atau Instagram?
YouTube, ada Instagram, ada.
Follow saya bang, boleh kah? Follow saya. Kau yang follow dia.
Kau follow dia.
Tidak mengerti. Nah, follow.
Kau bukan
Kau bukan YouTube.
Bukan follow.
Saya famous. Kau follow lah saya.
Okay, boleh. If there is so much durian on the night market, what's gonna be going on in Durian Street? Durian Street opens a little bit later. But the big market is closing soon, if it isn't already closed. Spend too much time on the night market because it's closer to my hotel. Let's hurry and see if we can see something on the big market. Sea cucumber prices seem to have fallen. The most expensive ones are 2,000 a kilo. Before COVID, I could find some for 3,000. Maybe the 3,000 are the ones which are being nicely packed now. Yeah, Chinese love sea cucumbers, and actually, you know how Australia was discovered? Well, for the first time it was discovered by the Aborigines. For the second time it was discovered by the Indonesians because they went to collect sea cucumbers. And then later when the whites arrived, they kicked out the Indonesians. Yeah, but that's how powerful the Chinese cucumber thirst was, or cucumber hunger was, even in the Middle Ages. This looks like a nice one, however, very overripe. Also, come on, stop shitting me. There are so many mangoes everywhere. Such a high price. It's not justified at all. Very strange. Very strange. I get the other prices more or less. KK is generally quite an expensive place for fruits, but I don't get the current mango prices. Hi, cutie. Oh, that is one twice as big and twice as ugly with so much blood on it. And I don't care so much about humans. Oh, and the third one. There's a whole colony here. Whoa. I wonder what this one has had to fight. A cat, a dog, a T-Rex. Did I mention that child labor is common and accepted around here? Yep. It's very, very sad. But, yeah, the airport is here. That's my main reason to come to this city. Nope, Central Market has closed shop quite early. Was it even open today? Probably. But let's check out Durian Street then. The last stores are closing at the main market. Guess I have to leave it for tomorrow. Durian Street is also a night market, starting usually in the late afternoon, like most night markets, following the Asian belief that durian is hot food, and so you eat it at night when it's not too hot. And there is not just durian here, there are also a couple other kind of fancy fruits, also a lot of cooked food. But yeah, if you want to go after diverse and rare durians, this is the place. The Filipino market, the durian has spilled over to the Filipino market, but the diversity of durian here is much bigger. They're still in the process of setting up shop, but this is Asia. Wherever there are customers, you do business. interesting. Those should be some expensive ones because special care is being taken for the peduncle. Hai Bu, manggis manis?
Yes, manis.
Manis, boleh satu? Boleh? Terima kasih. Oops, the mangosteen looks a little bit on the old side.
Ya, 2 ringgit.
Enam sekeji? Enam sekeji?
Yes.
Okay, 1 keji silakan. Let's see. Normally the mangosteen is much more expensive here. Buying some cheap ones and hoping. Of course, she took the ones from the back, the old and the rotten ones. Well, that's Saba for you. Let's do a bit of foraging around the market. The tropical cherry is hanging full of fruits, but there is not a single ripe one. They are all green. Oh, so what is living in this hole? Is this a mere rat? They've dug out like half a mountain of stuff. Or is this some scarier critter? Well, somebody must be mauling the rats like crazy here. Speaking of the they're fighting there. A whole, well, what do you call it? A whole pollution of rats. Well, this one is just chilling. They're not even afraid of humans. 5 to 7 ringgit for a coconut. In Sarawak it was mostly 2 to 5 ringgit. Oh, and speaking of coconut, see this? This is the device for scraping the coconuts into coconut flakes, and then you can easily make coconut milk out of the coconut flakes. It's interesting how different the mango selection here is from most places in Sarawak. In Sarawak, those yellow mangoes are quite rare. Here in Sabah, that's the only type of mango I'm finding right now. And he says some are local, some are from Thailand. He says none from the Philippines right now. Amazing. It's like those two states which are just next to one another are two different countries. Local, mangga apa? Honey mango, mangga madu. Berapa setompok? 10 setompok. Okay. Let's see. Durian, 60 sekeji? Berapa sekeji ini? 50. Okay. Strange for such not very well developed.
Ini King Durian.
King Durian.
Ya, King Durian.
Oh, King Durian. That's why.
Mahal tapi puasa.
Mahal. Ini Kampung Durian.
Ini yang murah.
Okay. Mengerti.
Ini. Kau belum mengerti dong. Ini 25 baru.
Oh, ini kuning. Bagus. Well.
Bro, lu nggak mau durian ya?
Durian apa?
Durian Musang King.
Durian Musang King. Sekeji?
Ya.
Berapa?
65 bayi
60. Bagus, terima kasih. As long as he didn't call me Kawin. Remember, friend is kind of neutral. If he calls me family or his husband, then it's getting scary. Well, the Filipino ladyboy culture is kind of spread a little bit into Sabah. So be careful once they wanted to marry me to a ladyboy here in a village because I was so good at harvesting fruits. But that's a story for another day. Actually, yesterday I almost went again to that village. By the way, the seafood market, look at the size of this lobster. This is a couple kilo thing. Well, the seafood market is right at the water's edge, and yes, some stuff might be frozen and imported, but I think a lot still gets unloaded by those little fishing boats. Giant clam. Well, I think that a lot of this stuff is protected even in Malaysia, but who cares if you can make money with it or put the pictures on Instagram. Look at that. Some more nice and cheap mangoes. Shall I do this? Oh well, I am a cheapskate. Yeah. Ini?
5 ringgit.
5 ringgit se tompok. Okay, sa to tompok silakan. Yes, I know those people are a lot poorer than me and I don't need to buy the cheapest mangoes, but I like overripe fruits. I like overripe mangoes, and you can salvage a lot from those things. Oh, now I would like to salvage some durian. Durian apa? Kawin apa? Nama habis.
Itu nama dia sudah.
Okay, kawin biasa.
Iya, biasa saja.
Enak?
Same.
Oh, she says it's kawin, but the fruits look a bit different, okay? Not as different as normal kampung, but this one should have, well, there is just one chance in this one. One giant carpel. Let's take this one. Ini berapa? RM11, okay. Buka? Tidak penuh. As you can see, all those carpels here are completely empty. Everything will be in one or two one huge carpel. Well, not so huge, but huge enough. Oh, she has even gloves. Terima kasih. Terima kasih. And now let's see. This one huge carpel. Quite overripe and never had the chance to ripen properly. Also the stench from the fish part is still quite rich here, but let's not disappoint this nice lady. We're gonna gobble it down. The things I do for durian. Oyster mushrooms. And they look fresh and they are not packed. They look almost like they are local. In Europe those grow on the trees around Christmas. If you have like a mild period, well, mild still with frost in winter. So it would be crazy if they grow them here locally in the constantly hot and humid tropics. There are just very few things that can stand very cold and very hot climates, like humans, rats, and so on. I must say that both durians were quite a disappointment. Just good enough not to reject them. Well, about the quality that you would like to reject them, but still don't. Also, white people around. Haven't seen white people in, what is it, weeks, months? Remember that stall? As soon as the white man left, the prices fell by 5 ringgit. This was 40 ringgit a kilo, and this was 15. Hi, boo, you changed your price. Now she's trying hard to sell to somebody else. Let's not hinder her. Here is another one of those with one huge carpel. Maybe I should get a couple of really tiny ones and try them. What do you think, folks? Let's get a bunch of the tiniest durians. Somehow I always like the piles which are in the back of the stalls. But those have a couple different looking ones. Wait, see, this seems to be kampung. Every fruit from every tree looks different. Some with long spines, some greenish and turtle-like. Boss, ini kampung?
Ya, kawin.
Kampung kawin. Huh. Okay. You find me one.
Mana beli buy free one?
Hey, mana free buy one? They are ignoring me. I don't like that. Let's.
Ini bukan kawin, ini bandar punya.
Ini apa?
Bandar.
Bandar. City durians. Tidak mengerti. Well, the kawin were not so good, so maybe the village durians will be better, but he called them city durians. Very strange. Well, those folks are making fun of me. Who can play that game? Yeah. Okay, but do you know this other game? It's called basketball.
Oy, B, kenapa kau tidak kasih beli? Ini kampung, bos.
Ini bagus, bos?
Tidak. Kau
Tidak bagus. Oh,
Yang pilih begitu. Oh my God. Dipilih kau yang sedap. Ini. Ini kau.
Hah?
Ini.
ini bagus. Let me see. Huh. He says this one is good.
Ya. Itu bagus. Ya.
Itu bagus.
Itu kampung.
Okay, itu bagus.
Oh ini. B, kasih beli dia.
Mana kamu mau?
Okay. Ini bagus?
Ini bagus juga lah, tidak memukul.
Okay. Buka.
Berapa sebetulnya? 16. Okay.
16. Okay. Let's see how good the 16 is. And let's sit again.
Once you eating or take out?
Maybe not sit like here.
Eating here or take out?
Makan di sini.
Oh.
Makan sini, bang. Okay, let the big fat orang putih sit down. Looks promising.
Ini bagus. Itu kampung.
How
Yang
can
pilih
you
dia.
speak English?
Itu kau makan begini ya. Nah. Yang itu kau pilih.
What is
Boleh? Harga berapa? This is finally one that's
Tidak bagus. Kalau kau beli yang itu begini dia.
kind of not too bad, yeah.
Good kan? Kan? Bos?
how this one is
Good,
not this good or no good?
Good itu.
This one is good.
But it's durian very good. But it's no good how kampung.
Kampung is no good. Here they don't like kampung. They like kawin.
Ah, betul.
Kawin itu.
Can you speak tausug?
Apa?
Tausug.
Ini apa? Bahasa Filipino?
No, ya bahasa Sabah.
Ini bang.
Tausug? Nah, saya tidak mengerti bahasa tausug. Folks, never buy durians from those styrofoam boxes. Those are the durians they don't want to sell by piece because they're ashamed of their bad quality. But as soon as they end up in a box somehow, they can be sold again. Now I also solved the riddle what those writings are. They are Korean. It seems that a couple years of Chinese lockdowns have basically, have made the Korean the dominant group here. Seems those areas are very popular with Koreans. So more cheap mango. Nice enough for now. Have to eat them before they rot, and they're gonna rot fast. And the red pineapple. Oh. Hai Bu, berapa harga nanas? 5 ringgit. Ini apa? Nanas merah. Apa ini?
Nanas.
Nanas apa?
Nanas merah.
Nanas merah.
Ya.
Nama nanas merah? Nama habis. Okay, 5 ringgit, the biji, the keji.
Sekeje.
The keji. Okay, putus. Okay. Start to biji. Yeah, well.
6 ringgit.
2 kilo and 6 ringgit.
1.2.
That's how they round up here. Unfortunately, most of the jokes we joke here, I cannot put them on YouTube without getting demonized or regulated or something else. What did they say about child labor? Well, I did a lot of videos on the bushmeat markets, and by now most of them are gone. So let's put the nice little kiddies in a video too. And it seems I'm the only one shocked around here. Very unexpected for me in Malaysia to see kids working. So heartbreaking, those little girls trying to sell you everything, maybe including their auntie. As soon as you start filming them, they turn around because they have been told that white people usually like to protest against such conditions. First time I was here, I bought some food for some of the kids who were begging or selling stuff on the street. Some food, some water and some fruits. You know what happened? They accepted the fruits and the water because in the evening they would give them to their owner. The food, probably it's not gonna last till the evening. They were instructed not to accept any food. This is the only place where I haven't managed to make even a slight difference, even to feed a couple hungry kids. When I was in other areas with such conditions, I managed to help at least a little bit. Also tried to give the little Filipino kids playing in the trash some sweets, and their owners took them away and ate them themselves and looked at me like I've tried to poison the kids. But then they wouldn't have eaten the stuff themselves. Yeah, now you see why I don't like to come to Sabah so much. Sabah has a better agricultural park than Sarawak, has better mountains. Sabah has elephants, much better sea life. But because of all those tragedies, I prefer to stay away from here. Even Kalimantan, where the people are poor, it's not so desperate. Every time I come to KK, I want to puke. Yes, also from the smell. You might ask, why is nobody doing anything against those horrible conditions which everybody can see in the center of the capital? Well, because the whole state economy depends on those horrible conditions. The illegal immigrants are about, well, nobody knows exactly, of course, because they are not registered. 30 to 40% of the total population. They are the major cheap workforce here. If you would kick them out, the whole state would break apart. Compare it to the state of Sarawak, the neighboring state in Malaysia here in Borneo. Sarawak has a lot of restrictions on immigration and has a very big labor shortage. almost no rubber has been tapped in many areas of Sarawak for the last 10 or even more years. Well, every rubber tree I saw here in Sabah is being tapped regularly. I talked to the big oil palm baron who is administering 24,000 hectares of oil palms. Due to different reasons, mainly labor shortage, only 8,000 hectares of those are being worked at all. Well, Sabah is covered with oil palms and there are more than enough workers. And so on and so on and so on. If you want to remove one problem, you have to be prepared to face others. And yes, I would still remove this problem with all the child labor. At least I haven't seen any child beggars or stuff like it. Stuff is quite an important, but I haven't seen any children begging around. A couple were trying to sell things, a couple were pushing heavy carts. You don't know what this does to the bones of an 8 or 10-year-old child. Also, I don't want to know what goes on around here at night. Yeah, I know, basically it's not hard to imagine, but yeah, that's why I tend to stay away from Sabah. Not that this is a purely Malaysian problem. It's the same problem again with the Filipinos in Japan, or with Indians, Pakistani, Filipinos and many others in the Gulf states. I remember the time when most foreign workers, even from European countries, had no rights at all in Germany, except for the right to be deported if they were discovered. Now at least the Europeans have some better rights, but for some of the colored people it's still hell in Germany. Situation in Germany has improved a lot, but I still remember the time when each one of my friends who were workers in simple jobs, all my foreigner friends were workers in simple jobs in Germany, complained that the Germans have scammed them, haven't paid them their salaries, and so on. So don't look down on Malaysia. US, France and Britain and so on, you are also not better. I just don't want to explain everybody's problems now in a fruit video. It's just that all this stuff happens here on the markets. If I don't mention it, it's a bit of sneaky. On a bit of a lighter note, most of the vendors at the Durian Street have set up their stalls already. Yeah, this pedestrian walkway up there is actually quite useful, because usually here it rains, especially in the afternoon and the evening. Provides at least a bit of protection. Let's see what we have here. Durian kampung, other durian kampung, durian kawin. The prices are okayish. They say the durian mostly comes from the Ranau area. Pity I had no time to go there. Not a lot of durian diversity. Basically that's what most stalls look like. I will turn on again once I see something interesting. Here you can see that, I guess the expensive things are only Korean and or Chinese. Oh, here the price for those. Hello brother, how are you? Wonderful. Ini kampung?
No.
Kawin? Kawin.
Yes.
Ini kawin. Oh, ini blackthorn. 85 a kilo. Well, the kawin over there is just 8 a kilo. Oh, Musang King. No good, no pay. That's a good deal. D24 Tembaga. Nice. I'm so full. Hai boss, ini apa? Tenon Beauty? Which one is this?
Jungle durian.
Jungle durian. Doesn't look. Okay. It smells like graveolens. Oh, here a couple. But strange color. Too dark for the orange. Berapa ini?
Tiada sudah.
Tiada. Habis sudah. Finish already. I think. Besok. Oh, besok saya di Java. Okay, I guess they have just left the last fruit as an eye catcher. And it is some sort of graveolens because it smells like graveolens, but it could be some hybrid. Beautiful fruits. Oh, look at this snow white durian here. It's almost the same color as the styrofoam. Beautiful. Kawin Susu D24. Oh, why did I eat so much? Wow. I have to wait 1 jam, 2 jam. Orang putih penuh.
Orang putih penuh.
Kenya.
Ini belum penuh.
Ini belum penuh.
2 gelas bir lagi boleh.
Makan. Crap, I found diverse and cheap durians and I'm stuffed already. This durian street's gonna be open a couple more hours. Some Durio Coteyenses. Dalit, yeah, 50 ringgit. Makes sense. But I ate so much of it in Kalimantan, I want other durians now. Tarap mazak. Ada bau. Berapa?
20 bos.
Wih, mahal. I can smell this ripe tarap from afar, but 20 I'm not paying. Wih. D10, D13, 58, 90 per kilogram. No, I'm not gonna buy any of those. My philosophy is basically buy a lot of the cheap ones, and some of them will be as good as the most expensive ones, while the other ones you can discard and still have made a better bargain. Also, folks, when I'm talking about the kids' owners, that's not exaggerated at all. Even in my own country of Bulgaria, it's not such a long time ago when you could go to some Roma villages, basically rent the whole village. Men, women, children, everything except everybody except for the elderly and sick. Drive them to Germany and make them back in the streets, keep them on drugs all the time. German police did nothing. For the Romanians there was a twist. They would also break the feet of their little babies so that they would cry all the time, and then when they became children and teenagers, they would drag their broken feet after them and beg for money in the streets of Germany not so long ago. I think it probably still happens from time to time, but just like less than 10 years ago, it was still a very common occurrence. Also in my country of Bulgaria, you can still buy a wife. Well, if you are a Roma, a lot of those things only work for minorities, and that's the trick. Here also the Saba people, they probably wouldn't tolerate anything like this happening with local children, but Filipino children are part of the Filipino community. So a lot of people kind of see them as the responsibility of the Filipino community. And of course, 95% of the Filipino community here are great people, but a lot of them are in a very desperate situation, and they are always the 1 to 5% which are actually bad people. And the easiest way to be bad people is be bad people towards your own people. Next I tried the durian suzu, which is neither milky white nor tasty. Parts of it are sour, meaning that it's already fermented, but I'm still gonna pay it because I ate most of it in an attempt to find an edible part. Next I'm trying the challenge, 3 pieces 10 ringgit. Wow. Oh, he said he'll give me a yellow one.
yellow one.
It is yellow.
Creamy durian.
It's yellowish at least. Let's hope it's already properly ripe.
Where from, sir?
German.
Germany.
Then the next one I picked is not good. Pity.
Don't worry, not good. I change for you.
Terima kasih. You are an honest man. Well, the next one.
Okay.
Nothing special about the looks, but he says it's a good one. And for the third one, I took a basically spineless durian. So I gonna try them. I have.
Food from Germany.
You have friends from Germany. That's nice. Those might be the last durians I'm eating. Probably there will be no more durians for sale in the morning. And I don't know if Java is in the durian season. Terima kasih, boss.
Sama-sama, bos. In Germany, always saying terima kasih.
Always. Be nice to people. I'm not sure which one I tried because I talked to the guy at the same time. Also, I should start paying soon. Well, let's first start with the yellow one. We have a couple really yellow ones around here. As yellow as this plastic bag. This one is yellowish, but okay, we don't complain. Mild. It is sweet, it has flavor, and still I would describe it as mild. Oh, what does this lady have? Looks like pulasan. Yes, she has pulasan. And the other one bought the 20 ringgit tarap. It's a good one. He chose it and it's a good one. Let's try the spineless one. Almost spineless. On this part there are a couple spines, but on the well-developed carpals, the spines are almost disappearing. Oh, sorry, ladies. And already the ladies are gone to the... Oh no, they're coming to my table. Okay. Think we have to remove some of the trash pretty soon. So now the almost spineless one. More. How shall I say? Tastes like grease. Grease porridge. I don't mean grease as in fat. I mean grease as in grease fry. What do English people say for grease? No, I don't mean fat. I mean this. Those ground up cereals. Next, try this one. Nothing special about the outside. Pretty smelly. Not bad. All three not bad, especially for that price. I mean, yeah, there are times when you will get really big durians for a cheaper price. Those are tiny ones, but it's the end of the season, so a good price for three quite decent fruits. You try many times? Good. So the guy gave me one durian for free. That's gonna be an involuntary durian mukbang this evening with 12 pieces. Okay, most of them quite on the smallish side, but still, durian is durian, and no local would eat 12 durians in a day. He managed to find 3 yellow ones and gave me a white one for free. Nice guys. Tasty stuff. So folks, this afternoon / evening, I ate 11 or 12 durians. You tell me if they were 11 or 12. Let's check. If I haven't missed anything. The last ones are quite small, but the first ones were more of average size. I think that's enough achievements for today. I'll remove the trash, pay, and go to bed.